Dulu aku sering bertanya, apakah ini masa depanku? Apakah hari demi hari akan kuhabiskan seperti ini? Jauh dari mimpi-mimpiku. Dan akhirnya, kuputuskan untuk ubah pertanyaan ini menjadi tantangan. Untuk mendorong diri sendiri lebih keras lagi. Untuk membahagiakan mereka yang tak pernah lelah memberikan dukungan. Untuk mereka yang terus mengingatkanku kalau asal-usulku bukanlah sebuah batasan. Namun, perjuangan terkadang datang bersama rintangan. Tuntutan untuk mengorbankan kuliah demi memenuhi kebutuhan. Ada saatnya di mana aku sempat merasa putus asa. Sampai akhirnya, aku menemukan jalan. Dukungan ibu yang membuat jalanku semakin terang. Mendekatkanku ke masa depan yang aku impikan. Perjuanganku pun dimulai. 900 jam kuhabiskan menggali ilmu, memahami kode demi kode untuk mulai berinovasi. Awal perjalanan untuk pengalaman yang tak terlupakan. Bersama para mentor yang bantu tunjukkan arah kemana aku harus melangkah. Membangun kepercayaan diriku untuk berdiskusi dan bersuara. 6 bulan yang mempersiapkanku untuk kembali ke kelas, meraih beasiswa dan mendapat gelar sarjana, menyelesaikan pendidikan yang sempat tertunda, dan yang dulu mengharuskanku susah payah mencari lowongan kerja, sekarang kesempatan datang dengan sendirinya. Kini, aku sudah tidak lagi bertanya, apa ini masa depanku? Karena aku percaya kalau pilihanku membentuk masa depanku. membawaku ke karir impian yang dulu cuma jadi hayalan. Saat jatuh ke titik terendah, aku harus terus bangkit. Dan satu pesanku, ubah segala pertanyaan jadi tantangan. Beranikan diri untuk mengejar mimpi.
Ya, oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Good afternoon and how are you going today, guys? I hope you guys are doing well and still excited to learn at Bangkit Academy 2024. I'm so excited to be here, guys. So yeah, welcome to Bangkit Guest Speaker Session 5, and today we will explore to the world of innovation and ideas with an interesting topic. The topic is Spark and Analyze, Mastering the Art of Creative and Analytical Idea Generation. Yeah, this topic is very important, I think, and very useful for you to start your capstone project and thinking about your capstone project ideas. So, before we get into that topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Aditya Fahri Riansyah, and you can call me Adit, and I'm a Bangkit 2024 mentor for MD 34 class. Are there of my any students here? I hope so. I'm so excited if I can meet my students in this session. Yeah. Okay. Before we continue, I want to know how excited you are for this session. Please write down what class you are from. I will call your class and I will mention your class. Please write your class in the chat box. I will read it one by one. Okay. Come on, guys. Please type your class. Okay, I will wait maybe 30 seconds. ML 59, MD 23, very excited. Thank you, Farhan Noval. MD 38. Okay, thank you, Rizky Aditya. Our name is same. Okay. Lisa, ML 63. MD 02. MD 34. Okay, hello, Rafiq. Okay, Melissa, ML 4. Audi, ML 28. Wow, I'm so excited. Can see you guys here. Come on, again. CC 12. Okay. Next. CC 16. Okay, Marcel, thank you. Okay, I will read. Maybe I give you 50 seconds again. Aritantowi, hello Aritantowi from ND34. Okay, next. Okay. Muhammad Raihan Ramadan, ML18. Okay, thank you guys for your excitement for today's session. I really encourage you to actively participate in this session. So yeah, thank you for your enthusiasm for this session. And for those of you who want to ask questions to our speakers, you can write down in the chat box. And because there will be the Bangkit points for 6 best questions. Yeah, you can get Bangkit points. For each winner, you can get 250 points from Bangkit. So please feel free to ask questions in the chat box. Yeah. Okay. I will wait for your questions because there will be Bangkit points. So yeah, and I also remind you to fill out the attendance forms in the description box. Don't forget to fill out in the middle of the sessions. Okay. Yeah. So here, of course, I'm not alone. We are already with with our amazing speakers, of course. So please welcome to Mas Fatin Naufal as a product manager at Gojek. Hello, Mas Fatin Naufal.
Halo, Mas
Yeah,
Aditya.
hello.
Halo everyone.
Hello, how are you doing today, Mas?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm going good. I'm doing good. Thank you, Mas. Yeah, I'm here live stream from Sukabumi. How about you, Mas Naufal? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm in Jakarta now.
Jakarta. Okay, I'm so excited to listen from you because Gojek is one of my uh, dream jobs. Yeah, and I can learn a lot from you, Mas Naufal.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
guys.
We'll wait you to come.
Yeah. Okay, Mas. Thank you, Mas. During today's session, we will explore practical strategies and techniques that can unlock your creative potential and analytical idea generation. So, yeah, who's excited here? Please type in the chat box, guys. Who's excited to listen from Mas Naufal? I think all of you is excited. I'm very excited to listen from Mas Naufal. So yeah, without any further ado, Mas Naufal, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much once again. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for making your time today, yeah, in this afternoon. I know you should go to do some takjil war in this afternoon, yeah, but you choose to join this class. I really appreciate, but it's okay. I hope after Maghrib, yeah, after Azan Maghrib, will not only filled with food and drinks, yeah, but also filled with knowledge and thoughts. Okay, let's go to the material. I will share my screen. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I hope you're seeing my screen now. So yeah, like what Mas Adit already told you guys. So we will have a session about Spark and Analyze, mastering the art of creative and analytical idea generation. So basically, it is it is something to help you in how we can generate idea in a better way. Okay, using creative and analytical thinking. Okay, so before I start, maybe I will introduce myself. Yeah, so my name is Fatin Naufal Nur Islam, or you can just call me Naufal. If I use my first name Fatin, some of the people misunderstand. If I didn't turn on my camera during online meeting like this, some people could call me Mbak, so Mbak Fatin and so on. Even Gojek driver might also misspell my name ya, Mbak posisi di mana, where are you, Mbak? Because yeah, sometimes Fatin means a girl, like the singer that we have in Indonesia. So instead of Fatin, we can use the second name ya, Naufal. So it's clearer as a boy or a man. Now I'm in Gojek as a product manager, and previously I studied industrial engineering in UGM ya, or Universitas Gadjah Mada. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So guys, have you or how often actually you watch television? I don't know. In your generation, is television still a thing, or you mostly watch TikTok instead, or maybe still YouTube or Netflix? Are using television, right? Yeah, I think some of you still watch TV or Netflix and or YouTube and using this remote control, right? You use it for changing or adjusting the sound volume or maybe changing channels, right? But there's a issue actually happening usually if you guys want to change the volume, but you forgot where you put the remote control. Like I think I put it here, but where is it now? Like I didn't find it. Maybe you have faced that issue, right? Me too. I also have this kind of issue, and it's annoying. Yeah, we need it immediately, but we cannot find the remote control. So there's actually an interesting idea here using this kind of product. So you can just put the remote control on your head. Interesting, right? But the question is, do you want to use this or even buy it, spend money to use this kind of product? Put it in the comment, yeah, if you want it or not. I think it's a good idea to solve the problem, but it seems giving another problem, yeah. I don't know if it's bother your face or something, so it's something interesting, but cause another problem. Another thing is this one. How many of you guys like durian here? I think some of you like durian. Yeah, Indonesian people like durian mostly. Yeah, but maybe some of them not. What is unique about durian? Uh, Maybe apart from the taste, it's also the smell, yeah. And when you buy the durian and try to bring it home, some of you might face some difficulties, right? Because when you bring this fruit here, the smell is very strong, and then it's quite heavy, right? It's quite heavy, and they have thorns here, the sharp thorns, right? That's why it's called durian, because they have duri, or the sharp thorns, right? So it's challenging to bring it home. And then there's some people are making a group and then together create a product here, which is actually very interesting once again. So it's a product to help you to carry the durian with this product. So it's called chungkings, from the word chunking in Indonesia, right? Chunking. So this could make you easier to bring this kind of durian with all of those challenges: the smell, the heaviness, also the thrones, right? So it's gonna be easy. That's the idea actually. And it even won a competition here, an innovative competition, and they were called by a television to show their product on Kick Andy. Yeah, Kick Andy is one of the most famous TV show. Maybe you guys also have watched this. And if you guys are the inventor, you should be very proud, right? I won a competition and show up in the television also. But do you see this product anywhere right now in the market? I think most of us couldn't see this product anymore, right? Why? Why no one use it anymore until now? Is there actually another easy way to bring a durian instead of using this? And is there any challenge occurs while we have this new product? Do you guys have any idea? Just put it in the comment if you have any idea, yeah. Yeah, because if we see here, we don't know like how much is this product, right? Maybe it could be more expensive than one durian itself. And this is only for one durian. If you have like more than one durian, lots of durians, it's also hard to carry, right? Because it's only for one, and then your hand is only two. How can we bring a lot of durians with this one product? Even they have a radio here. I don't know what is it for, but it's kind of like cool, but not really solving the problem. There's actually a simple way if you try to figure out. We can just take the inside of the durian, take off the skin, right? The thorns and so on, and put it in a Tupperware, for example, or any box. That could be easy, right? You can bring it easily without having such of those issues, and it's cheaper also. So once again, a good intention to create a product, right, to solve the problem, but it turns out it creates another problem. So it's not really solving, but it creates another problem. And as we see, there are others of products, even big brands also have an issue where their product is failed, right? They have a good intention to solve problems, their market problems or user problems, but they failed, right? Because there's something missing. And that's why in this session, I want to tell you how can we generate a better idea, generate ideas with analytical and creative way, and um, and also solving the problem with that idea. Okay, because if we see here, the two biggest reasons, I mean the top one biggest reasons, if we refer to these two research, is actually the same. Right? This is actually two different research, but have one uh, top reason why the startup or a product is fail. If you see here, no market need and building something nobody wants. So if we creating something, a startup or a product which no one needed, right? If your market or your target user is not need this product, then it will fail, because that is actually the most or the highest reason your product is failing. Okay, so that's why I will show you this approach here. This is actually a approach or a framework that we can use to generate a better idea. Okay, this is called design thinking, right? By this, I hope you guys can have a creative and analytical way to create an idea that solves the problem. Okay, there are five ways, or five, not ways, five steps in design thinking. Okay, first is empathize, second is define, third is ideate, fourth is prototype, and the fifth is test. Okay, let me go one by one, yeah, to make you understand on each steps. So first is empathize, from the word empathy, right? If someone in specific area facing maybe an earthquake, for example, right? And they're suffering because of that earthquake, we try to empathize what we are actually doing there. If we empathize, we try to feel in their position, right? Oh, if I in that position having an earthquake, I will be very difficult to live, right? Like I don't have any place to stay safely, or maybe I need some more food and so on. So we're trying to be in their position, right? Empathize. The same thing here. So before we start to create a good product, to have a great idea, first thing first is empathize on the users or our market's position. Understand their pain points, understand their needs. Okay, that's the first important thing before we go further. This is the first step. Okay, so how we do it, we listen, try to listen, engage, talk to them, and observe what is actually their problem, their pain points, and their needs. Okay, and using their perspective. For example, if we want to create a toy for a baby or for a child, right? Maybe in our point of view, as their parent of, or as their siblings here, for example, or their brother or sister, we maybe see this kind of point of view, right? It's kind of cool and looks cute, right? We can see the vehicles looking nice, colorful, and so on in our point of view. But if we put it in on top of the baby or the child, for example, yeah, they will actually see it like this, only lines. It's not that cute, it's not that beautiful as what we see. So don't use our point of view as the builder or the product producer, yeah, or the one who creates, but see it in the user's point of view. Okay, so we avoid this kind of thing to happen. There's an analogy that's very interesting that I also mostly see in some of the youngsters when creating an idea. So when we try to understand our users or our market needs, for example, the needs is they want to move from point A to point B because there's a challenge here to cross, right? Because there's a river. Maybe those kind of people, or maybe you guys have an idea to create something cool like a ship, right? Because this ship can actually move you from A to B to cross the river. And maybe you can say, oh, this ship is very cool, very awesome. We have a lot of high-tech things. We have what is it, a lot of entertainment inside, and then we can move from point A to point B comfortably, right? They have a lot of technologies inside that's very useful for you to cross from A to B and so on. And maybe other team don't want to be uh, also want to compete with your idea and creating something else better, like creating an aeroplane, right? They can say like, oh, we can go even faster, also with technologies that make you comfortable in the air, like entertainments and so on, right? But actually, if we understand it deeply, what is our market's need, maybe it's as simple as a bridge, right? This is an analogy. Uh, just maybe you think it for a while, yeah. Are you the one who creates a ship or a plane, or are you the one who create a bridge? I saw some of you guys trying to create high-tech thing using AI, right? Or using machine learning and so on to tackle some issues. But is that actually the correct solution? Is that something that is worth it to build and really match with the problem that the markets are facing. Maybe they just need something very simple, or maybe they need something else. That's the thing that we want to see here. So understand it very deeply, understand it correctly. We don't want to have it like this. A customer explain it like we want to have this, and then you try to create it like this one, but what is actually the customers or the market need is this one. So you want to avoid this. So once again, understand until the root cause. Okay, we have sometimes only the symptoms. What is that mean by the symptom is like when your uh, body is heating, right? Oh my, I feel I have a fever. My body is hot, for example. Yeah. Um, is it because of COVID? Is it because of other thing? We don't know. But the fever feeling is maybe the symptom only. So we need to deep dive. What caused that? Is it because of COVID? Is it because of any other virus, or maybe because you are outside and having too much sun? That can be also possible, right? So there are a lot of problems, and if we just stop on the symptoms, we cannot find the correct need or the correct root cause. Okay, so we need to deep dive. Oh, maybe after we deep dive, we figure out that this is because of the COVID, so that's why your body feeling hot and we have the fever, right? So we deep dive, not only stopping from the symptoms. Okay, so why we have how can we have the root cause is by asking whys. Why until you find the root cause. Okay, so it's not precisely have to be five is just a framework, but you can just keep asking why until you find the root cause. Okay, so you will not going to only land on the symptoms, but deep dively to the root cause. For example, you have a cafe, right? You are the manager or maybe the owner of the cafe, and then your customers are mad. They are blaming you and so on, right? And then you as the manager or the owner then will come to the cafe and try to understand what's happening. Yeah, like what's going on. And then you might ask, like, why is that happening? You find out that it's because the service is slow. The customers is already waiting for an hour, for example. They're complaining to you, like, why is taking too long? So the customer is mad because the service is too slow, I mean. And you trying to understand again, like, why is too slow? Oh, because the food orders are late. Why? Because the chef isn't cooking. That's why it's late and it takes too long. You ask again why? Oh, interestingly, because the chef that he's supposed to be cooking is washing the dishes. You just realize, like, why? And then you ask again, oh, why is the chef is washing the dishes instead of cooking? It's because the plates are running out. There's no enough plates. So then you understand it's because the plate is less. So you need more plates that are ready to be served. So that's the root cause. If we stop only here, for example, only when the chef is not cooking, maybe this is only the symptom. And if you conclude based on this, maybe you will take the wrong decision to solve, right? Or you will blame the chef. Why you chef? Why you're not cooking? You should be fired, for example. That's not the correct way, right? That's not the correct solution. Because actually, why the chef is doing that? Why is the chef is washing dishes instead of cooking? It's because the plates are running out. So we need to dig dive until here, and then you give the correct solution. Oh, it's because the plates. Okay, then I will give you more plates. So then you as the chef, no need to worry about the plates. You just focus on cooking. That's the correct way, and that's is the correct solution for the problem. That's how you think, right? Dig dive until the root cause, so you will have the better solution. So first, once again, understand the problem or the need perfectly or correctly. But the challenge is sometimes the problem is not that linear, right? Not that easy to find the root cause. Maybe they have branches. They have branches, right? For example, the problem is GPA is under 3.0. Oh, it's a bad GPA. How much is your GPA, guys? I hope you still have more than 3, right? Please do good GPA for your college. Yeah. So we can use this issue tree to understand more detail, right? So we create branches like a tree. What caused the GPA is low? Oh, it's because the exam score is low. That's why your GPA is under 3. Oh, it's not only because of the exam, it's also because of your task. You did not submit your task. That's why your GPA is low. Okay. And then you try to, again, to dig dive. Why? Once again, why? Asking why. Why your exam score is low? Oh, you have not studied. You are playing all day and you never studied before the exam. Or maybe because you did not pay attention in the class. You did not pay attention to your lecturer. That's the cause, right? Same as the other reason here. Why you did not submit the task? Or maybe you forgot, or maybe you did not make time. You actually have time, but you did not make the schedule to submit the task, right? So these are the issue that you can use. You keep asking why through branches, because maybe it's not a linear thing, but it creates branches. So you should deep dive into branches to find out, right? After this, then what? You have a lot of issues here, right? Oh, a lot of issues that cause one problem. What should I do? Right? You can deep dive to analyze the data. This is the analytical thinking uh, comes. Yeah, you should understand better by seeing the data. Do some research. Okay, so doing some research and checking some data is very important here as an analytical approach. So, for example, you can find out like how many times you forgot to submit, how many times you did not make time, how many times of the exam that you did not studied. You can just count it down, right? Like, oh, from 10 exams, 6 I did not study, for example. You can just put it down, okay? This is a simple way, actually. This is a simple use case, but if you face a complex thing, you can also do some another analysis that is more deeper. Yeah, maybe you can create surveys. Maybe you can check on other literature or something that shows you data. But for example, for this simple case, you can remind yourself, yeah, like how many times you can see the data there. After you have the data, you will have a better understanding, like what is actually causing the problem. Oh, most of them is because I did not study. Then you can focus starting from here. Oh, sorry, before going to that, you can start from here first. Oh, what is the biggest contribution of the low GPA is actually because of the exam, not the task, but the exam. Exam is the biggest contributor. So then we can focus on this one first and see, oh, because I'm not studying, it's that is actually the biggest reason. So the biggest reason, or the top reason why your GPA is low, because you did not study, or you haven't studied before the exam. Okay, that caused the low exam score. So that's how you think, right? Asking why, find out deeper, and then see the data. Okay, the data makes you easier to take decision, to decide which one is actually the main reason. Okay, so do these things here: research and do data analysis. Okay, don't use your assumption only. It's dangerous to use your assumption. Do some research and do data analysis. Okay, now after that you can go to the next one to define. Oh, now I have the data, now I have the deep the root cause. Okay, I know clearly what is actually the problem. Then you can define what is actually the root cause or the problem that we need to solve. Okay, for example, if someone says they want to have a drill, drill, right? What is actually the root cause or the need for that person? It's not about the drill, right? It's actually the hole, the quarter-inch hole, the hole itself. That's the need, not the drill. The drill is actually the tool. So what they need is not the drill, but the hole. So you can give a lot of solutions outside the drill, right? if you understand correctly what is actually the need. So this is what I mean here: define the correct need, right? By having the data, by asking why, and do analytical thing, right? To deep dive, understanding the customer, you will find this one. You will find the quarter inch hole. Same like when the customer says, "I want a red button," it's actually the way or the tool, not the correct need. So you need to understand better, right? By empathizing, like what I said previously on the first step, you will define it well. What is actually the user or the market need? Oh, they don't need the red button. They actually just want to feel safety. So we can build the red button if actually the red button is the solution, a better way, or maybe you have another solution that can solve that problem. So you don't want to have like that chunking thing happen again, right? You don't want to have that remote control on your head. So you want to understand deeply until the root cause, so you can have the real need. Okay. Until now, yeah, I hope you're still following. Yeah, still easy to understand. Yeah. Just let me know. Okay, guys. If you have any something that I need to elaborate more, put it on your comment. Okay. Next step. After we have after we define correctly what is the user's need, what is the user's problem, we go to the ideation. So ideations come after that. So maybe some of you jump in, right? If we see something, then I will create the idea. When someone show you a problem, then you will jump into the idea. That's not the correct way. Okay. So empathize, define, deep dive first, understand the problem, then ideate. So after we uh, finalize the two steps here, go to the ideate phase. Okay. The idea should address the needs and the problem of the target users. Okay, this is the important thing. Should address. So not only having a uh, creative thing or out of the box. Not only that, but should address the needs of the problems. Okay, but the challenge is this. Okay. You said that we need to interact, right? Observe, communicate with the users, asking why and so on. Yes, I understand. Yeah, but don't rely the solution when you're creating an idea based on the user's words. Maybe you can ask like, uh, "What is your problem? So, what do you need?" Like, for example, right? Maybe they will say anything, but please don't just rely on that. So, when you're trying to solve their problems, don't create an idea just based on that words come out from the customer's mouth. Okay, that also happens when there's a famous quote here from Ford. Yeah, also happens previous years ago when there's no cars. Yeah, they only have horses, right? When people ask how can we improve our transportation, because all of them, most of them are using horses, they will always answer, "Oh, we need a faster horse. Oh, we need a stronger horse." They always talk about the horse. Why? Because they always see the horses as their transportation, right? So it will not have any new ideas. So that's why we need to not only rely on the horse. That's what like Ford say. Ford, right? The one who invent a car, the car, Henry Ford. He said like, if we had asked my customers what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. So the cars will not come out. So just don't rely, right? So how can we do that? Is we do it by lateral thinking, not a linear way. When they say horse as their transportation and how to improve also a faster horse, it's a linear thinking, right? Linear. But how the Ford or Henry Ford thinking is using a lateral way. So they're thinking outside the common way of thinking by the majority of the people. Okay, lateral thinking. This is the example, yeah, of using the lateral thinking. You know the MRI machine. Maybe some of you might see it in the hospital. Yeah, this is a very big tool. Yeah, and it might be scary for some people, especially for kids. Yeah, because it's big, look like a hole, and then it's very noisy, right? uh, and because most of the kids are scared of this machine, they are keep shaking and cannot be calm. Yeah, they cannot be calm. Maybe uh, keep yelling and so on, and it results are not good or not perfect uh, result. Yeah, for checking using the MRI. So it's challenging for the kids. And then if we use the linear thinking, what will be the solution? What do you think should be the solution if we use the linear thinking? Oh, this is big, then we should make it small. Linear thinking, linear, the opposite. Oh, it's noisy, then we should make it not noisy, or maybe no noise at all, for example. But is it easy to make it like that? It's hard, right? It will cost you a lot just to make it like that. So how can we do it differently? Lateral thinking can be the solution, right? We can just add something else here, like maybe some pictures and so on. So we can create a story for the kids, for the children, like, oh, guys, you will go to an adventure. Be prepared. There will be some noises. Oh, make you ready and so on, right? It could be something fun for the kids, and then the kids will be calm, and the result will be better. And this is cost you significantly lesser than the other solution, and this is useful. Lateral thinking, right? Another example: elevator. There's an issue when the elevator, it took you too long, and then you might be bored waiting for the elevator, right? If you use the linear thinking, what is the solution? Oh, it's too long. Then we can just make it faster, right? Linear, the opposite. Once again, maybe easy way to think, right? But how can we make it faster? It could cost you a lot again, once again, and it's not easy to do that. Is there any way? Use lateral thinking once again. Maybe we can just make the door like a mirror. It's whether you are a girl or a man, if you face a mirror, you will still, making you busy, right? You still will make up your hair and so on. Even if you are a man or a boy, okay. So this will make you uh, you know don't feel bored, and maybe you can just feel it faster, right? Oh, it's fast, it's already there, the elevator is already in front of me, I didn't realize. That's a very good solution, right? Another lateral thinking. Another one is maybe this one, yeah, the front camera issue. If you see the mobile phones productions, uh, they are trying to make front camera for selfies even smaller, right? So it not distract the main screen or the front screen. So they try to hide or remove even that camera elsewhere. Yeah. So like for example, they have this kind of thing. They can flip it or just make it very small, and so on lah. But there's a production is that very interesting, yeah, which is Apple, which instead of trying to remove that front camera, they try to optimize it and make it unique. Make it unique as a dynamic island. Even they have their own name, yeah, dynamic island. And this is only in the latest iPhone. They say, oh, could be um, something that is good for marketing also, right? And people can also show off, yeah, using this, like, oh, my iPhone is the latest iPhone, I have the dynamic island. So instead of showing the boba camera, they can also show the front camera, right? Oh, this is the latest one, right? For example, and that's how they think laterally. Yeah, yeah. So this is another interesting use case. Yeah, but if you see here, actually LG already have it previously. Yeah, that is similar. I don't know if iPhone actually copied or not, but this is similar. So I think there's no such new thing under the sun. Yeah, people say so because maybe some of you think you are the only one who have that idea, but actually there are some other people elsewhere in the world that have the same idea. So we can actually just try to Indonesian says ATM ya, amati tiru modifikasi. We can just observe and improve it, right, by copying what is actually there and just improve it, right. So that's how we can actually use it ya, ATM or amati tiru modifikasi lah in Indonesia. Yeah, so those are the things that we can use. Okay, so try to think differently using lateral thinking, and maybe we can get inspired, yeah, get inspired by something outside, yeah. Like for example, Gojek, we also inspired by Uber in the US, for example. Tokopedia inspired by Amazon in the US. So yeah, we can get inspired by others. Okay, but something that you guys should remember: the idea is okay. We should chase the novelty or something that is different, but please don't forget that idea, even though it's different or we have something out of the box, should still address the needs and the problems from the target users. Okay, don't only seek the novelty or the different thing, but the most important one is actually solve or address the needs and the problems. Okay, remember that. Okay, I heard when I was a judge in a business competition or something lah. There's some students that having a very unique idea, like because catfish mostly eaten by frying it, for example, yeah. Some of them maybe make it as an abon, abon, yeah. But they try to make it different. They create it as a drink. So they try to be different, actually. Interesting, I know it's different, but who wants to have that drink of catfish? Do you guys want? I think even though you are fasting right now, I think you still don't want to drink a catfish, yeah. So once again, don't just try to have something different, but you should understand what is the market's need. Okay. This one is also interesting, yeah. LG once again. So I think they want to be different by creating something like this. They have like two screens here. Maybe the thing that they want to solve is we have a limited screen currently. So how can we optimize it by having two screens like this, right? It's very unique, I know, but if you see the data here, so I forgot the correct number, but the sales is not that good. Maybe you guys here also don't want to buy this kind of phone, right? It's not really tackling the needs of the market, even though it's very unique. So once again, it's not about different, it's not about something out of the box, but also have to be addressing the needs of the market. And that's how we differentiate between invention and innovation. Okay, invention is something new, but innovation is something new but also implemented. Okay, implemented and have a value for the customers or the market or the users. If it's still something new, maybe it's only an invention, but if it's implemented until the users or the market now using it because they find a value there, that is an innovation. Okay, for example, you know the light bulb, right? The light bulb is actually maybe we told in schools the one who create that is Thomas Alva Edison, right? But the fact is someone else create that, invent that light bulb, but who do adjust that light bulb into something useful for the society, and now we can feel the usefulness of that, right? Of the light bulb is Thomas Alva Edison. So the inventor is not Thomas Alva Edison, but he is the innovator. Okay, same as like the McDonald's history, right? In the maybe you can also watch it in the movie. That's a very interesting movie. Ray Kroc is actually the innovator, but Richard and Maurice McDonald were only the inventor. So those are the different, right? Who creates McDonald until as big as now is actually Ray Kroc, and that's why when we found the implementation of that invention, we can see it as an innovator. Okay, same like this one lah. This is the invention number A, not number A, um, the point A. But when it can be implemented to something useful, then it could be the innovation. Okay, I hope you understand. Yeah, it's just a simple meme. So I want you guys here to not only finish until inventing something, but make it as an innovation. Okay, so you have the value, and how can that make a value? Solving the markets or the customers need. That's the indicator that your product is having a value. Okay, so to conclude, these are the three things from the ideation process. So after you have the needs, you understand the needs or the problem, then you should create the ideas not only based on the words of the target users, but you should think creatively, yeah, using lateral thinking. Think creatively, innovatively, not only creating something new, but innovatively create a value which is aligned with the problems that the customers are facing, the customers are um, wanting to have. Yeah, so this is the key for ideation. Okay, I hope you understand. Yeah, create something creative, innovative, new, yeah, but solving the problem, aligned with the customer's need. Okay, that's the key. Okay, after we have the idea, now we go to the prototype. Okay, and test. Two last steps. Okay, why we should have this one? We already have the idea. Why we should have this one? It's because don't spend money, energy, and time to something that the markets may not be needed, not need. Okay, you have maybe 6 months to create an app. You waste your time, energy, and even money to create that app for several months, maybe 6 months. But if you upload it in the Play Store or App Store, and then we still don't know like if this gonna help the user or not, and it turns out the users or the market is not downloading or even use that app, it's such a big waste, right? You will be um, rugi dong, yeah. It's not something good for you, right? So I don't want you to experience that, right? To waste your time, money, and energy to something that is not useful. Right? So start with simpler version first, right? Start it with something um, simple, and then evaluate it. Okay, validate it. Yeah. So that's why we should create a MVP, minimum viable product. Okay, instead of a full version of product which is perfect, we just can create something simpler, which is called minimum viable product. This MPP is actually a minimal effort type of product that we can use to validate. Yeah, so uh, to make it easy to you to remember, just create something simpler to validate. That's all. Create something simple to validate. Okay, so no need to wait until perfect. As long as we have the value already to solve the problem. If there's no value, then we cannot validate, right? So you have the value first, and that simple product which has the value, launch it to the market to validate. That's the point. Okay. So why I said value there, because I don't want you to create something without any value like this one. For example, if we want to have something that could make your user move A to B, right? Because the user needs something. Yeah? They have a problem to move from A to B. Then your product, which is need to be simple, is not only a wheel. Yeah? Because a wheel is not giving any value to that customer or that user, because using only one wheel like this, the customer could not go from A to B, right? So you should create something simple but still useful and have the value to solve that problem. Oh, maybe we can just create something like this, right? like a skateboard or something. So they can just move from A to B. Is it work? Oh, it's working, but you still have feedbacks, of course, right? You have feedbacks while you validating. Oh, the customers or the user said, oh, it's kind of painful if only like this, especially if the way is too long, right? Oh, okay, then I can give you a seat here, so you can be uh, easy lah, or not that much effort to go, right? So using like this, you can launch it, right? And then you receive more feedbacks, improve it again. So you can improve it incrementally, right? Step by step. Oh, because the way is much longer, and then I'm getting tired. Then you get a machine, right? You still need receive another feedbacks that requires more people in that vehicle. Then you get something like a car. So you keep receiving feedbacks to validate, right? And then you improve step by step incrementally. And that's how the MVP works, right? So you keep creating a small or simple product, simple improvements, but still creating value and keep validating. Okay, so that's how the MVP works. So maybe I can give you a real example, yeah, to make it clearer for you. Gojek, for example. Gojek, what is the value? What is the need that they are trying to solve? People are suffering, yeah, to find a reliable transportation, especially when there's a traffic jam, right? Um, Jakarta is very crowded, lah, and then it's very hard to face that issue, right? And and in the other end, some people like ojek drivers that already there are also difficult to find customers, right? So how can we just connect those two, right? Do we need an app to connect those two? No need that. We can have something more simpler. What is it? Call center. That's the MVP of Gojek. Can it give value? Yes. By using a call center, we can connect, and that is the value, right? The customers can easily have a reliable driver or transportation, and the Gojek driver could also have a customer easily, right? So that's give the value, but simple way using call center. So someone if wants to have a ride, yeah, to maybe face the traffic jam or go somewhere else, they can just call this number, and then Gojek as the provider can uh, uh, adjust. Oh, sorry, can assign, yeah, you as the customer to the driver. As simple as that. And how does it work? Or how was it going? It's crazy, man. It's a lot of people are using it, and then it's, it's getting hard to fulfill that order, yeah, that much order using the manual approach. Then they start to use an app, right? Start to automate. So not jumping, but starting from a simple way using MVP, then uh, trying to improve incrementally using app. If you see here, the first versions of Gojek was only um, uh, with simple with less features, yeah, only transportations, like go ride, go car, and so on. But then they keep hearing the feedbacks, like what I told you previously, right? Hearing feedbacks, validate. Oh, how can we also utilize the driver to send something instead of only send people, but send some things, right? And then we all start to deliver things here, like, oh, people wants to buy something, and then I can buy it for you. Seeing the data again, right? Seeing the data, seeing the feedbacks. Oh, Gojek find out that one of the top required items from the customers is actually food. Why we can just make something like delivering food, then come up like GoFood right now, right? And then apart from GoFood, we have like some other things, like there's a Ghost and GoBox and so on, yeah. But as you see here, this is the previous Gojek app, yeah. Do you see something that is not available again now? Yeah, you see, right? Go Glam is not there yet again. Go Massage, like what I said previously, they keep validating, keep receiving feedbacks. So if there's something that is not working well, then we can just kill it, right? We can focus on another else. So Gojek also have some failed products, of course. Yeah, there's no one perfect. So we still need to improve and validate, right? Receive feedbacks. That's very important. Receive feedbacks from your customers. Okay, starting from MVP very small and then now improving until now. As a big company, huge company, one of the largest tech company in Southeast Asia, starting from a call center. Yeah, so that's very interesting. Another thing that is very interesting is also Flip. Yeah, do anyone here also use Flip? It's something that is used to transfer money, right? Without having an admin fee, right? It's very annoying, right? If we have an admin fee, especially if we accumulate all of those fees in 1 month, for example, maybe on one um, transaction is only like 5,000 or how many lah, yeah. But if we accumulate into 1 month, oh, it's a lot of money, especially for students. Yeah, it could be for eating something, right? So why? How can we just make it free, for example? Then how those people from Flip making it? Instead of creating an app like what we have now, they created using a Google form, guys. Imagine Google form, very easy. Everyone can make it. No need any high skill thing, right? So they have a lot of bank accounts, right? And then if someone wants to send money from bank A to bank B, they can just send it to them, and then they help to send it. So because they send it into the same bank brand, they can avoid the admin fee. A very clever way, right? And then after they have a lot of transactions, even a big amount of transactions, they can validate, oh, this is something that is really needed by the market, right? After that, they try to automate and then create an app, for example, like here. Then I think now they are one of the 30 under 30 Forbes. Yeah, so starting for something very simple and now it's very big. I think they're also creating some other products outside, um, uh, reducing or avoiding the admin fee. So there are a lot of innovative products that are being created. So that is very interesting. Okay, and what you should also remember is the first product is never perfect. Okay, so when you try to create the MVP, try to create the first product, it will have feedbacks. It will have errors there. Okay, so keep evaluate and keep improve. Okay, it's very normal if you have some errors or it's not perfect yet. Okay, so the thing that we need to do is if we fail, not try again immediately, but something important here to understand is analyze and adjust it first, then try again. So you analyze what is wrong, check the data, do your analytical thinking, adjust it or fix it or improve it, then try again. Okay, then and that's how the big startups or the big tech companies are also doing. If you see Instagram, YouTube, or WhatsApp as the, I think, three most used apps in the world. Yeah, so I think we cannot live without these three apps here currently. Yeah, they are previously something different. If you see Instagram, previously was only a gameplay check in mobile location app. Yeah, but then after they receive feedbacks, keep improving, understand the market needs, they are now being Instagram as a sharing photo app. But I think it's more than a photo sharing app. Yeah, we can see now they also have like a short video. They have also something like Snapchat, previously the story feature. They always try to improve. Yeah, there's something new. Oh, there's TikTok there. They try to keep aligned with the needs by creating reels, by creating other features lah. So it's very interesting. YouTube also very radical, guys. If you see the history, previously it was dating app, but they try to keep understanding the needs. Yeah. Oh, this platform is not only for promoting yourself in a video, but also for promoting anything else. Yeah, promoting knowledge, promoting experience. And now we can see YouTube has been a sharing video app. WhatsApp also a status sharing app, but now it's an instant messaging app that we cannot live without it. Yeah. So if you're creating something, it's very normal if you need to improve or fix something. Yeah, because it's not going to be perfect in the first try. Okay, even for these big apps now. So after build, don't remember to keep doing the analytical thinking when it's got launched. Yeah. So receive feedbacks, received what is it? Monitor the impact by measuring it. Okay. Oh, when I launch this product, then only 10% that coming back, for example, or 50% said that they are not satisfied with this product, or anything else. Like you can check, measure it. Okay, measure it and learn it. Oh, what is wrong with that? Right. So the process of design thinking that I told you previously here, it's not a linear process, but it's a iterative process. Yeah. So after you launched it, try to measure it. Yeah. Try to check, analyze how is it going, how is the impact, how is the users are reacting, learn from it, analyze it, yeah, then build again, yeah, improve it. Okay, so this analytical approach is not only in the beginning, like what I said previously, by conducting surveys, research, and so on, but also done continuously. So this research and data analytics done continuously. So after you launch, talk to user again. Okay, talk to user again. So talk to user not only in the beginning but also here. Yeah, talk to user again. Understand, define again what is wrong, what is the thing that we can improve. Then try to ideate to improve. Okay, so I hope that that's clear enough. Yeah. So this process is keep looping. So this measure and learn process here is very important. Yeah. Okay. So sorry for going back and forth. Yeah, but just want to make it clear. So this process is not linear but iterative. So you need to keep improving by understanding the needs, because design thinking is actually a human-centered design or user-centered design. Yeah. So it's the thing that we can use to avoid assumptions, to avoid the failed products by understanding the user's need very clearly. Yeah. So talk to user is not only once but iteratively, yeah, continuously, to understand it better. Because if we launch it in the first time, there will be something error or it's going to be not perfect. So how to make it perfect is by understanding them again, talk to them again, and keep improving. Okay. And the most important thing is it's not about the gun, but man behind the gun. You have the theory right now, yeah, understand how to do it and so on. But um, the important thing is the execution, yeah, because everyone can steal your idea, but not your execution. You can have the same gun, yeah, but the man behind the gun is could be different, right? Maybe someone have an idea to implement AI for education or something, yeah. uh, could be the same maybe, yeah, but the executor is different. So don't worry about the idea too much. The execution is the key. Okay, so do these things that are already present to you. I hope it is not something that is finished only by this session, but you could implement it, execute it, and learn from it. Okay, so I think that's all from my session. I hope you have new knowledge from this. Thank you so much. Back to you, Mas Adit.
Okay, guys, we have listened an amazing material and a very easy explanation to understand from Mas Naufal. As Mas Naufal said about design thinking, there are several stages such as empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Hopefully, you can all get listened in this afternoon and can be applied in the caption project, of course, because there are so many insights that we get for us to make innovative products. But not just innovative products, but also valuable and can solve our problems. Yeah, I also learned a lot from this material for my novel for my future project. Thank you again from Mas Nova for the explanation. So now we will go to the Q&A session, Mas. So please feel free to ask some questions in the chat box. So we will choose the basics question and you will get 250 bangkit points. Okay, maybe we will pick one question. Okay, Mas Naufal, there is a first question from Reza. Yeah, the question is, in your current job, how can your organization foster a culture that supports the creation of creative ideas and continuous innovation?
Hmm. Okay, interesting question. Yeah. Yeah. So one example of culture that we implement in our office is the best idea wins, not based on the position. Yeah. So the voice of truth or the best idea is not always comes from the leaders or not always come from the highest position or level of staff. Yeah. So it comes from anywhere. Yeah. So the best idea will win. So that's how we encourage the people to always try to be creative and always always try to be fearless. Yeah. To express their idea or show their idea. And that's one of the culture that we have. Yeah. To not being afraid of having
Hmm.
a good idea by expressing that idea and showing to us. Yeah, because the best idea will win. And how can we have the best idea is once again using the data, using the analytical thinking in the creative way. So that's how we do it. So after most of the people are doing it, then it's going to be a culture, right? And we always appreciate any ideas and any uh, thoughts. Yeah. For example, me as a PM, yeah, maybe I will lead the process of the product development, yeah, from end to end. But actually, the ideas not always come from me. Yeah, so I will also listen from the um, care unit, for example, or from the sales team, marketing team, even from the engineers. Yeah, maybe they have any idea, and we all appreciate the ideas. Yeah, so even from the new entry, I also try to listen, and we all also try to appreciate those ideas, and then that becomes the culture. Yeah, so I hope that answers. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think everyone can give their ideas, ya Mas.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Thank you, Reza, for the questions. We are going to the next questions. Yeah, this is from Farhan Naufal. How can we evaluate our ideation process regularly and identify opportunities to improve its efficiency and effectiveness? How to combine different ideas as a project manager?
Okay. I think there are two questions here. Yeah. So the first one is
Yeah,
how can we evaluate? So that's why I said in the slides here. So the process is not a linear process, but this is actually an iterative process. Yeah. So when we have an idea in the first place, I can ensure, yeah, that there will be something missing there. So there's something imperfect there always. Yeah, in the first shot. Yeah. So we need to keep monitor the product itself. So the job as a PM is not only creating a product, or not only PM. Yeah, all of us in our company is not just create a product, launch it, and done, finish. No, so we still need to monitor. Yeah, we still need to monitor. Is it actually solving the user's problem or need? Is it actually creating an impact or not? Right. So that's how we do it. So we still monitor, we still evaluate regularly by seeing the data, seeing the dashboard that shows the data, and by also listen the how the customers react to our solutions and our products. Yeah, so we regularly talk to the customers, understanding the needs, regularly seeing the data, and that's how we evaluate the ideation regularly. Yeah, and how can we make it effectively and efficiently? We see based. I think this is also uh, aligned with the next question. Yeah, to combine different ideas. So maybe we have a lot of ideas. Maybe we have a lot of feedbacks from the customers, right? And then we try to choose which one should come first, right? Which one is the best way to tackle it more effectively and efficiently. So how we choose and how maybe we combine all of those things. we can see based on the a simple way is to see based on the impact and the effort. We see based on those two. Like, there are a lot of frameworks actually to decide, but I think the easiest way is just to see that one, those two things. Yeah. So which one is the highest effort? Sorry, the highest impact, the lowest and the lowest effort. Then maybe we can start from that first. Okay. So see which one is the highest impact first. Uh, and then if we have all the list, then we see which one is the less effort. So we can tackle the highest impact and then the lowest effort first. After that, we can see which one is also the highest impact, but maybe have a higher effort. Yeah, so that could be the second thing that we can tackle. I can say we can plan it, yeah, make it as a big project or a big bet, or maybe you can just plan it, yeah, as a big bet or on the next timeline, for example, as the next thing to do, yeah, the also the high effort, but maybe a higher, sorry, also the higher impact, but also a higher effort, yeah, and then the next thing is maybe you can see which one is the less impact and the less effort. Yeah, you can just put it on our timeline or pipeline and can see if we have any time later on. Yeah, if we have time, we can just pick it up. Yeah, but the thing that we should avoid or just ignore is the high effort and low impact. Okay, so we have that quadrant. Yeah, so I cannot draw it here, but if you have a quadrant, you can just see like which one is the high effort and the impact itself, yeah, and choose as the quick win, yeah, quick win, the high impact and low effort. Yeah, that's the quick win. The big bet is high effort and high impact. The one that you can just put it on the timeline. Maybe later on, if you have any bandwidth, you can just pick up. Is the low impact, low effort, and what is the thing that you should avoid is the high effort, low impact. Yeah, I hope that's clarified to decide the and identify which one to do if we have a lot of ideas, different ideas, and to make it more efficient and effectively. Yeah, I hope that answers. Mhm.
Yeah, I have the answer for Farhan. And so I can conclude the key is to keep monitoring the product and evaluate from user. Yeah, mas, for
Yeah,
the product. And for the second question, I think maybe it goes back to the prioritization. Prioritize the highest impact and lowest effort, yeah, mas, for
yeah,
our
yeah,
product.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for
Because we
the
cannot do
question.
all of the things, right?
Yeah, I agree, mas. Okay. We're next to the questions. Okay, this is from Johannes Alexander. To decide it, to improve products, we conducted several surveys among respondents. How do we know that respondents' answer is reliable? Wrong answer can lead to wrong decisions. Yeah, yeah. This is my question too, Mas, because I have some surveys, but I don't know this is a right answer or wrong answer. Gitu, Mas.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe you
Yeah,
can answer, Mas. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. This is another good question. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why at the beginning we should understand who is our target customer or target user. Yeah. There are a lot of users. Maybe it's good to tackle all of the users because the market share will be big. Yeah. But to start, make it focus. Yeah. Make it more narrow to the target that you want to tackle. So choose who is actually your target customer for your first iteration lah. So maybe later on you can make it bigger, but you can decide, yeah, which one is the priority, which one is the main target user. Yeah, so that's the first thing. You should understand who is your target user. Then make that as your respondent, right? Make that as a respondent. So you could uh, reduce the opportunity. You reduce the opportunity to have wrong answers. Yeah, so that's why choose the correct one. Okay, and then uh, to make it more reliable, I think more respondents could also helps. Yeah, and then maybe apart from having only the numbers, you can also directly talk to them just to make sure all of the things, yeah, to clarify. That could also helps. And then maybe um, what we think is what we have in mind as an idea is not perfect one. So instead of um, keep asking or keep trying to understand, but don't we did not roll out we did not roll out soon. It's better to just roll it out, yeah, after we already have enough data, enough insights. We just need to roll it out, yeah. So after we roll it out, we can have feedbacks, we can have informations, and we can clarify, we can identify that this is actually already good or not, yeah. So I think one of the best way to clarify is when we launch our product, launch our MVP, launch our first versions of product, yeah, to validate, yeah, is it actually we already tackling their needs or not. So that's how we can do it to answer, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Mhm.
Mas. So I think we must focus to the user target and uh, give receive feedback from them, ya, Mas. Maybe
Yep,
apart, yeah, maybe apart from survey, we can interview users directly. Maybe if
correct.
we can
Yep,
get from surveys. Yes.
correct, correct. Yeah. And to know is it actually correct or not, yeah, maybe that like what I said, we can just launch it, right? The simple one, and then receive the feedbacks. If you are not really sure, yeah, if you're not really
Yeah.
confident, that is it actually correct or not, you just launch it first and receive feedbacks and see it. How is it going?
Yeah. So guys, the key is feedback. Yeah, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
we are going to the next questions. This is from Alvin Rusli. Would you please share an example of a successful idea generation process you've led as a product manager, highlighting both creative and analytical elements? Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
very interesting. Mas.
Yeah, yeah, well, an interesting one. Yeah, maybe I can share you one example that I have done previously. Yeah, so there's a need. Yeah, so I was working with several merchants in GoFood. Yeah, so there are some uh, type of merchants in GoFood, small one, medium one, and the large one, I can say, like the enterprise. Those types of merchants have different needs each, yeah. And the way they manage their outlets or restos in GoFood is also different, right? Because the number of outlets, the number of branches they have, the complexity is also different. The number of transactions is also different. Uh, so I took one example, yeah, for the managing their catalog, yeah, which is different. There are a lot of things that are actually more complex, but I just took one, which is the content one. Um, uh, because the big merchants have a lot of menu items, yeah, and a lot of outlets. They cannot use the way that the small merchants are doing using an app, for example. Imagine if you are an owner of a big resto or a big chain of food business, yeah, and you manage all of them with an app. It's going to be difficult, right? So what we do is we create not a one by one flow using an app, but we because we understand it. Oh, they have this much of items, they have this much of outlets. Why we can just make it? We just enable them to upload it via bulk, for example, not one by one through an app. That's how we think, and then we launched it, and yeah, I think it really helps them. Yeah, they could um, update their content in GoFood easily, fast, yeah, without uh, spending more time like using an app, yeah, single app one by one. So we can just upload it via bulk using CSV template, right? And it's easy for them, save more money, uh, and also helps them to get more order, yeah, of course, because they have more reliable contents and more updated fresh contents for their customers easily and very fast. So yeah, so that's how we try to give solution previously. That's one example. Maybe I cannot make it more detail, yeah, but I hope you have
Yeah.
the the idea.
Yeah, so that's an example from case study from GoFood. It seems very complex, yeah, mas, I think, and it's a very long process to
Yeah,
make this.
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. Thank you for the questions. Maybe we can next to the questions. So yeah, this is from Nathanael Erlando Putra. How can we develop our skills in both creative thinking and analytical reasoning to become more effective idea generators?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, another good question. So I think the solution for this is experience. Yeah. So the more you have experience on these two things, creative thinking and also analytical thinking, you will be more expert, yeah, on this. So my suggestion is always try to do these skills in any occasions. Yeah. So I think this, these two things is not only be applied on our work, right, but it's also can be applied on our daily basis. So when we decide where we want to break our fasting, for example, this afternoon, where do we want to go, or tomorrow we will have a holiday, what we will we do, for example. Yeah, those kind of things we can think using these two, right, creative thinking and analytical thinking. So just be more experience on these two, and then you can be more expert on it. Yeah. So any opportunities could that could be used by these two things, just use it. Yeah. So I think that's my suggestion. Yeah, to have this kind of thing. And maybe other tips is try to see how peoples are currently doing. So maybe you can search on LinkedIn or maybe on YouTube. There are some use I can say study case or problems that being used for maybe interviews or study case. Yeah, so you can just see it and how and analyze how the other peoples are currently doing the creative and analytical thinking. Yeah, so you have more inspirations, you have more ideas. That's how you can also improve. Yeah, I think there are a lot of peoples now in LinkedIn, in maybe also in Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms that sharing their knowledge, their experience on using their creative and analytical thinking. So those can also help you to have inspiration and improve your skills.
Yeah, I think this can be obtained from learning by doing, ya mas ya, learning by
Yep,
doing some
yep.
projects. Yeah. But as a product manager, I'm curious, mas, which should we learn first, creative or analytical? Mas?
Yeah, this is like a chicken and egg. Yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
we cannot decide which one first. I think we should do it just parallelly. Yeah, but I think in terms of uh, creative, I think both things. Yeah, um, we can start in which one we are more confident of. Yeah, so if we see if we see I will be good at analytical thinking, yeah, maybe you can just try to improve it, yeah, to make it good at it, and then you can go with the other one. But if you can go parallelly, it's also great, yeah. So yeah, but I think uh, creative sometimes a bit subjective for for some occasions. Yeah, so so maybe some say this one is creative, this one is not. So by making it more objectively, by having a same indicator by a data, for example, it could help you. So to strengthen your decision making, analytical thinking can be very helpful, to be a product manager. So I think if I can choose one, I could choose the analytical thinking first. Yeah, so to make it stronger, yeah, on our decision. because we will battle with a lot of stakeholders as a PM, guys. You will be pushed back by the engineers, designers, and so on. If you only based on the creativity, it's very subjective and it's very hard. So I think when you have something more objective like data by analytical thinking, it could be very helpful. That's my thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think that's back to personal, ya, Mas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the answer, Mas Novel.
Yeah.
Before we going to the next questions, I want to reminder to all of you guys to fill in the absence. Yeah, the form absence. You can check in the and the description box. You can fill it now because the attendance forms is open from now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can fill the attendance form. Okay, next we're going to the next questions. So this is from Res. Yeah, from Res. This question is, what specific techniques and tools would you incorporate to stimulate both divergent, creative, and convergent analytical thinking? This is about the tools.
What specific techniques?
Yeah.
Technique and tools, I'm not really sure. Yeah, which what kind of specific things that I have, but if I could mention any other frameworks, apart from what I just told you in the slide, for creativity, we have Scamper, yeah, it's SCAMPER. So it's a acronym, actually, acronym of those words. S means substitute. So we can substitute something. So this is a Scamper. It's actually a tool to give you any idea on how we can create something creative lah. Jadi, so if we use S, maybe the substitute, we can substitute from red rice from white rice, for example, or substitute uh, plastic with something from plants. That's called substitute, right? C means combine, so you can combine two things. For example, pen with pencil, combine. A is I think I forgot A. A is adjust. I'm not mistaken. So let me Google it. Yeah, A means maybe do you guys know? Oh, adapt. Sorry, adapt. So we can adapt from other things. Like for example, plane was adapted from a bird, right? So yeah, we can just adapt. Or for example, there's something outside in the US which is already big. We can adapt from it. We can get an inspiration from it and make it in Indonesia, for example. It's adapt. M means modify. We can modify something. Or previously it was uh, if you know bakso, previously it was round. We can just make it like a heart. It's modify. P is put to another use, so we can put something to another use. Yeah. Maybe what is it? Like a pan for cooking, you can just make it for playing Beyblade. Yeah, casting, if you know. E is eliminate, so we can eliminate something. Or like for example, iPhone. Yeah, iPhone is eliminating the buttons. Previously, mobile phones have a lot of buttons, but then they try to eliminate and just use the touch screen. The last one is R. As R is reverse, so you can use that also to think like reverse the thing. Like previously it was like this, but now you reverse it. Just think it upside down or think it in the opposite way. So that's Scamper, yeah. SCAMPER, Scamper. You can use it also to do creative thinking. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things also out there, yeah, to help you. But that's one thing that I think it's quite simple and useful to use. Analytical thinking. What is it? Yeah, maybe I don't have any specific tools, but uh,
Oh,
my
okay.
suggestion is just always keep seeing the data and then try uh, to always asking why, yeah, like why this has happened. Try to be critical to see anything that shows or come up to you. So yeah, I think that's the thing that I can suggest for now.
Yeah. So, Res, that's some techniques and tools you can use for both divergent creative and convergent analytical thinking it is.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the questions. Maybe we can next to the next questions. The next question is from Gary. Yeah, so Gary, have you ever been in a situation where, as a product manager, you had to overcome resistance to creative ideas within your team or organization?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Situation.
As a PM, we will receive a lot of pushbacks, guys, because we need to drive or lead the team or the process of the product development itself, but we don't have any authority to drive. We don't have the authority to say that our idea is the best that that you should follow, right? So that's the most challenging part, one of the most challenging part. Yeah. So we need to lead them with influence, not with authority. So resistance on our ideas or pushbacks or rejections is something that we almost always face, yeah, as a PM, because a lot of stakeholders um, are aligning with us, yeah, are communicating with us from end to end, yeah. So I, I've been always in that situation. So how I overcome is, once again, use the data, like what I mentioned, right? Because sometimes what is creative is quite subjective. So how we can strengthen that creativity is using the data. So we have the same indicator, yeah, or we can be more objective because we have the number. So use the data to convince them, yeah. Use the data. So understand also the company's goal, so you can be aligned with the priority, right? But using the data is one of the most powerful one to convince them. So yeah, that's my answer on this one.
Okay, it's became as a product manager is it's hard, you must to overcome any resistance.
Yep, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, we're going to the next questions. Um, so this is from Naufal Kurnia. Are there any ethical considerations we should notice when generating and evaluating ideas, especially on copyrights? Yeah, this is very interesting question. How to keep
Mm.
our idea not stolen from others? Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Another interesting one. Yeah, we should consider ethical thing. Yeah, that's also important. But don't worry too much uh, that your idea will be copied. Yeah, because once again, like what I told you in the slide, yeah, we should we should uh, execute it well. Yeah? So we should more concern on our execution instead. Okay, so focus on the execution, but it's also fair enough to make sure that your idea is legally submitted. Maybe Indonesia we have haki, ya. So it's also matters to do that. So you can apply for it, yeah, to make sure your idea is secure from plagiarism and so on. You can do that. So that's that's also good if you can. But I think the most important thing is the execution, yeah. So how can you execute it differently and better? So yeah, consider the ethical way. Um, Make sure you are not breaking the law, but uh, focus more on the execution and yeah, just try to make it better. Mhm.
Yeah, Mas. Following the about Haki, I have some questions again from Haki.
Okay.
Do we need to complete the product until it's a final product, or we can register the product to Haki, but until the idea, not not the final product?
Hmm. Yeah, maybe I'm not the legal person, so I might be wrong. But what I know, as far as I know, is I think we still can, yeah, to submit anything to the Haki, because we will have the scope of the haki itself, right? Like what is actually being covered by the haki. Is it the name? Is it the color? Is it the idea? Is it um, the product itself or anything, right? So what I know, it depends on the scope, so we can submit it, depends on that. But maybe we can still need to clarify and check, yeah, like which scopes are actually available. But at least we can try.
Yeah, okay. That's very interesting question about hockey, yeah, Mas. Okay,
Yep.
we're going to the next questions. We have some times again. So this is from Melissa. Melissa, okay. After conduct market research to understand consumer needs or problems, how can we ensure that our product idea is but good, unique, and commercially viable?
Mm. Yeah, yeah. So that's why, once again, the process is not a linear and only one time go, but we should keep improving. We cannot ensure and guarantee that our first rollout will be that good, will be that amazing, yeah, and really solve the customer's problem 100%. So yeah, after we can have that research, after we have the solid data and solid background on creating something, and we execute it as good as our uh, as we can, yeah. So the next thing is to valid to ensure is to roll it out and receive the feedbacks, monitor the numbers, and then see what can we improve, and that way we can keep improve and keep trying to ensure that our product uh, is going to be good, unique, and also commercially viable, yeah. Maybe in the first run, it is good, it's solving the problem, but it's not making enough money, for example, yeah, or we don't have any business model. We are not commercially viable, for example. But then we try to improve again and again, and then we finally find it. So I think, yeah, once we have the solid background with the market research and so on, just try to roll it out in the first attempt, and then try to keep improve by receiving feedbacks and monitor the numbers. Yeah, yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
how
back
we can
again
ensure.
to back again to the feedback, ya Mas.
Yeah.
Making a product is an iterative process. So
Mm,
feedback, we making the product better from
mm.
the feedback.
Yes, because if we wait until the product is perfect, we will not going to roll out that product.
We're going to develop for any day,
Yeah, for a long
daily.
time we will
Yeah,
keep
for a long
developing the
time.
product until, yeah, we will not ensure and validate if it's already good,
Yeah,
unique or not. So you need to roll it out.
yeah, yeah. That's some suggestion from Mas Naufal, ya guys. Okay, we're going to the next questions. Okay, this is from Dwi Andara. As a product manager, how do you approach situations where the prevailing industry trends may not align with the needs or goal of your target users? Yeah, not
Oh,
align.
well, prevailing industry trends might not align. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why we should always be adaptive. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes, and that's it's also why we should uh, roll it out soon. That, like what I said, because if we too long in doing the research, the market might also change. Yeah, the needs might also change. So maybe it's not going to be relevant anymore. So that's why uh, if you can make it rolled out soon using the MVP concept that I told you in the slide, it's going to be better because we understand it soon, and we can understand it based on the recent condition, and then we can what is it? Keep adapting, yeah, on the changes that are happening in the market. So that's how we react to that situations, yeah, where the trends is always changing, because it's something that we cannot avoid. They're always changing in any type of industry. So that's why we need to adapt, and we need to be fast yeah to improve. Don't be late. If you um, once again, if you roll it out late, then yeah, it's gonna be dangerous for you. Yeah, so make it simple, roll it out soon, get feedbacks, and keep adapting based on the trends by keep improving.
Yeah. Back
Mhm.
again to the improving to feedback again.
Mhm.
Everything in product is about feedback. So we can now about the user needs, yeah, mas.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Back again to the user needs. Okay. We are going to the next questions. This is from Bintang Prayoga. When we're in the idea process, is it better to explore different possible solutions to solve the problem, or should we focus on a single solution and then continuously improve it? Oh,
Hmm.
that's a challenging.
Yeah, it's a very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah. I think it's good if we have more than one. In my point of view, why? Because it's kind of gambling if you only have one, right? Um, it's like playing. Do you guys also put some money in the stock market? Are you or are you playing in Bitcoin maybe? Yeah. So if we only bet on
Mm,
one what is it? uh, what is it? Yeah, I don't know what is it in English. Yeah, but in one company, lah, for example, it's too dangerous. Yeah. It's too risky for
mm,
you as an investor because it's a very big risk there. So it's better to have more than one, right? To have an option. But after we tried all of those things, after we have those options, we can prioritize based on the metrics that I already told you. If you remember the effort and impact thing, that's the simplest way lah, as a framework. But maybe you can have another framework to decide. But we can just use that one as an easy way. Find which one is the most impactful and the less effort as a priority to start first. Yeah. So then we can um, we can compare of each of those ideas. So you have the list of ideas. Better if you have more than one, start which one is the top priority, and then the second one you can also try. Yeah? And then after you find which one is better, and then focus on that one to and then keep improve that one. So that's I think that's the steps. Yeah, because if you then try all of them and try to be
mm.
focused on all of them, it's kind of a waste of energy and time. Yeah, and also money because
Yeah,
it's too hard to handle all of those things. So after you have the options, do priority, try, see what is the better one. If you find it already, which one is the better one, then focus on that to improve. Maybe that's the step.
yeah, I agree with Mas Noval.
Mhm.
Maybe we can come up with two or three ideas, yeah, Mas, for backup.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
We can have two or three. Yeah,
Yeah. If our ideas don't match user needs, the first ideas, you can go to the second and the third ideas. Yeah.
correct.
Okay. We're going to the next questions. This is from Aurelie. What are some effective methods to systematically evaluate and prioritize their creative ideas based on their potential impact, feasibility, and alignment with business goals? Hmm.
Hmm.
Effective
Uh,
methods.
yeah. So, I think you already answered it, yeah, by your question. So, if you want to evaluate your idea, you can check it based on the impact, based on the feasibility and the alignment with the business goal. That's also the way. So, maybe you can make something like a score if you want. Yeah. So, um, let's say 1 to 5, yeah, for each. Yeah, so potential impact 1 to 5, maybe 3. Feasibility, it's kind of easy, then 2, because it requires only 1 month to create, for example. Alignment with the business goal, yeah, this is aligned. It's also our company's vision, for example, then we can score it high, 5. For example. Uh, you can do it for all of the ideas, yeah, and then uh, maybe multiple or add all of those numbers and see which one is having the highest score, for example, based on those variables, yeah. Then you can prioritize. Oh, this one is the highest that we can try first. Like what I said, maybe the first time is not perfect. Yeah, maybe we can go with the second option, right? And see how is it going, and then we can evaluate to choose which one is the better approach. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's one of the way that we can do.
Yeah.
Mm.
The answer is in the questions, ya Mas. Yeah, so that's some methods from Mas Nova. Yeah, Aureli. Okay, maybe yeah. We have a little time again. We have just 10 minutes to before closing. Unfortunately, that's the last questions. And before we close this session, I want to know the closing statement from Mas Naufal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, this is actually the most challenging questions apart from all of those. Uh, yeah, I think the closing statement is we we are in the I think we are in the condition where Indonesia is going to strive, yeah, in the next few years, because we have a lot of youngsters now. We have a lot of people in the productive age. So I'm very happy to see this kind of programs, because when I was in college, I didn't have any opportunity like this. I hope this opportunity uh, can be utilized very well from you guys here, can be optimized maximally, so you can be someone that could strive our nation, yeah, our beloved Indonesia in the next few years. Yeah, it's not that long. Yeah, if you see, it's 2045 is like 20 years again, and I think in that year you are in the productive uh, age where you mostly in the leadership positions. So utilize this opportunity. I hope you gain a lot of or some knowledge in this session, yeah. And like what I said previously, yeah, don't stop on the session on this session only, but do it or implement it like a swimmer, yeah. Maybe a swimmer can learn how to swim on YouTube, or maybe read some books about swimming. But if do they automatically be a good swimmer? No, yeah. How can they be a good swimmer? They need to jump to the water. They need to try how to swim by themselves, right? They need to feel the water. They need to feel experience, going down to the water and so on, to be a good swimmer. So I hope you guys not stop by hearing this, but implement it, apply it to your daily lives, apply it to your work, so you can be a better person, better innovator, and can support Indonesia, yeah, to be a better country in the next few years, and in the next few years. Yeah, I believe in you guys, and I hope this could be very useful for you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that's the closing statement from Mas Naufal. Don't stop here, ya guys. Don't stop just at Bangkit Academy. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much again, Mas Nova, for your closing statement. Hopefully, the knowledge, the experience, and material presents from Mas Nova can help us to complete the capstone project at Bangkit Academy. So yeah, thank you guys for the attendance. Here is the announcement of the winners of the 6 best questions. So we can see who. Okay, this is the best questions in the guest speaker sessions 5. So the first is Reza and Alwin, Nathanael, Johannes, Farhan, and Quaresma. Congratulations to all of you guys. You bucket points from these sessions. Okay, maybe that's the announcement, and we're going to closing these sessions. Once again, thank you very much, Mas Noval, for the knowledge from the experience, and we hope we can see you again in the other sessions. And I'm so sorry if I have some mistakes, and I'm so sorry for any things I'm wrong. So yeah, thank you again. Once more, thank you very much, Mas Noval, and see you in the next session. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Bye bye.